I had 2 unannounced visitors. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I don't like unannounced visitors. I don't like people just popping up to my house. I don't like people just showing up unannounced. Don't say, hey, I was in the neighborhood. Hey, I was in the neighborhood. I don't like that. If you are going to be headed in my direction, call. If you're going to be headed in my direction, text. I don't like unannounced visitors. But this week, I had not 1, but 2 unannounced visitors to show up at my house. They rung the doorbell. Now, I have a what do they call it? A camera doorbell ring. That's not right. A ring. So I can see who they are. I get up. I go to the door because I recognize them. I recognize who they were. They're a married couple. I recognize them. I go to the door and I say, yes. And he was like, hey, Belinda, how are you? And I was like, why did you come by unannounced? So then they started talking, right? They started talking. One of them went back to the car to get their suitcase because like they were going to spend the night. That's the impression they gave when they came unannounced. So I'm standing at the door, not letting them in. And the first one, they didn't have to say their names because I know them. And they also wear a t-shirt with their names on it. So the first one, whose t-shirt said self-doubt, he was saying, well, Belinda, nobody, it doesn't seem like nobody cares about employment. We're in the great resignation. I don't know if we're in or out. We're in quiet quitting. I mean, are people even looking at your material? Do they care? So self-doubt was just on and all these negative things. So before I got to say, I can't hear no more, Ungratefulness, who's his wife, she had her shirt on, she starts talking. Well, your back does hurt. And, your videos aren't that great. And, you talk too fast when you're on the videos. And on and on and on. Now, I'm sitting here listening to my 2 visitors at the door. And somehow I got tricked to letting them in. And I will say that I'm a tad embarrassed that I let them spend the night. So, woke up the next morning at my 4:45 usual time. Self-doubt and ungratefulness right there to greet me. I go and start my morning routine. So I'm reading my book. That's one of the first things. So I'm reading a book, finishing that, mumbling and grumbling how dumb this book is because self-doubt has said that. So did ungratefulness. How negative it is what they said. So I'm reading it. So then my next step of my morning routine is to meditate. So I start meditating. And the true nature of meditation is you go inside, you go deep inside. So I go to my meditation and I'm meditating. I do a followed meditation. Sometimes I do chants, but I did a followed meditation this day. And I started hearing things like, really? And I started to get mad. I started to get mad at myself because that morning, when I got up, my back was hurting, right? So that was one of the things. See, your back hurts. You shouldn't be waking up this morning. So I was like, some people this morning, Belinda, got up out the bed and couldn't see. Some people this morning got out the bed and could not hear. Some people got out the bed, needed help to get out of bed. They couldn't walk to the bathroom by themselves. And Belinda, some people didn't even get out the bed this morning. But you're ungrateful because you got up on your own, could see, hear, smell, and walk, but you're complaining because your back hurts. You started complaining about, well, nobody's watching your video. Nobody seems to care, but people, you get compliments every day on your videos. At least one about how it's helped somebody. What are you talking about? What are you being so ungrateful for? Now, this is me Angry, talking to myself. How dare you be ungrateful, Belinda? You can't do it. You shouldn't do it. Go back into my meditation because I have to get rid of the anger because you don't want to start your day like that. Who wants to start their day upset and angry? No one. So I go back into my meditation. I said, now, you've invited these two clowns in. You already knew who they were yesterday when you let them in. What are you going to do about it? So when I came out of my meditation, on my walk to my gym, which is in my garage, I opened the door and said, get out. You're not wanted here. You're not needed here. I don't need you. I don't need self-doubt. I don't need ungratefulness. Now, the thing is this. I could have stayed stuck in that moment, stuck in being negative, stuck in self-doubt, stuck in all these negative things. But I'm not a tree. And I think I talked about that last time. And when I look around, I don't have any friends who are trees, which means we're not stuck in any situation, not one, no matter where we are in life right now. If I woke up tomorrow and said, I want to be a lawyer, somebody may say, yeah, you're kind of little old in the tooth there to go back to law school, right? You know how long it's going to take to get your degree? What if you don't pass? By the time you finish, it'll be time for retirement, right? That's self-doubt. That's ungratefulness. Does anybody know who Ken Jeong is? And I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. But he is Mr. Chow on the movies The Hangover. So if you've ever seen the movies The Hangover, the 3 series, he's Mr. Chow, which is, the bad guy, the one who gets them in all the trouble. The comedian, the actor. Did you know that he was a licensed practicing physician? Can you imagine what he told his friends and families that said, are you crazy? You want to go to Hollywood? You're a doctor. You're a successful doctor making a lot of money. Right? That's respectable. People respect you. They got to call you Dr. such and such. Right? They do. Because you're a doctor. You went to school all those years. You're going to waste all those years and time and money in school to be an actor? To be a comedian? Are you crazy? So many people feel like they are stuck. They're stuck in situations and they are not. I'm here to say that. Lisa Nichols, who is an author, she's a transformational speaker and coach. I don't know if you know who she is. Evan Carmichael, he is a thoughts leader, a speaker and an author. Eric Thomas, he's an author and a motivational speaker. Maybe you've heard of them. But for people out there who, I want to be a speaker, I want to be a motivational speaker or transformational coach or thought leader. Do you say, well, we already got 3 good people at least. Nah, that's not for me. Do you say, I've been in banking I'm just going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with banking because I've done that. I've got my education. Plus, again, there's 3 people right here that are millionaires that are doing that. There's no space for me. Kobe Bryant and LeBron James could have said, we've already got a Michael Jordan. We don't need another one. We don't need another superstar. We've already had that. Just play ball. That's it. You don't have to be a superstar. Just play ball. They could have because there's already one. A lot of times I think that we feel there's already somebody who's doing that that's better than me. There's already, there's plenty of speakers. You throw a rock, you'll hit a speaker. You throw a pebble, you'll hit an author. Everybody named mama's an author, right? But does that mean you shouldn't be one? There's a coach up and down my Instagram thing. Does that mean somebody should say, well, no, I think that slot's full? There's enough room for all of us. There's enough room for you. I ask myself, why not me? Why not me on these situations? And that's what I want to say to you. Why not you? Now, you may be saying, well, what if I'm doing my thing, or I'm trying to go out for it, and it's not working? Like, it's not giving, I'm not being successful. Bishop T.D. Jakes said, if it's not the thing, it'll lead you to the thing. I'm going to give one more example. Do you know who The Rock is? Right? Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Does anybody know who The Rock, Dwayne Johnson is? Right? He's a wrestler. He's a football owner, XFL owner. He's an actor. Right? He's all these wonderful things. But what do you think his dream was to be? Does anybody know? The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, what was his dream? His dream was to be a professional football player. He talks about it all the time. But to be a professional football player, he got cut. He got cut from the team. He went out. He did his best. He was in shape. He did everything he was supposed to do, and he got cut. Now, he could have laid down to the side and said, well, I guess, I'll be a bum for the rest of my life. He could have. But it was a thing that led him to the thing. Getting cut, going after football, getting in shape, getting his body right, was a thing that led him, and getting cut, which caused him to be broke, which caused him, maybe I'll follow my father's footsteps and do wrestling, right? Which caused him to get movies, which caused him to get more movies, which caused him to own the XFL football team. If you hadn't heard of that, he bought the XFL, not NFL, XFL, not a team, the whole agency. So he's over all the teams. He wanted to be a football player. He focused, that was his dream. People ask me all the time, when is a good time to go after a job or change jobs or look for a new job? When is a good time to change? Right now. Right now. Absolutely. Right now is the time. Why not me? Is what you should be telling yourself. There's room for all of us. I used to say, everybody can eat. That's my version of, it could be more than one speaker. There's room enough for everybody to eat. The buffet goes down the block. I don't have to be like, this whole buffet all the way down the highway is just me. I can't eat all. I may look like I can, but I can't eat all that. There's enough for everyone. Everybody can eat. So when you are feeling down or you are feeling doubtful, it's okay to acknowledge that. Just don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck there. Don't stay there. Don't lay down there. I was talking to a client last week, and he had substance abuse problems back in 2015, 16. And he said, I don't go after good jobs because I'm afraid. That's why I just go after Taco Bells. And he was naming, he said, low paying jobs because, what happened back in the past. In 2016, he was stuck. Everybody else that moved on. The man is brilliant. He has a master's, bachelor's, and a doctorate degree, but he only goes after low wage paying jobs because he was afraid. He's afraid everybody, that's how they think about him. And I'm saying, why not go after it? You're not stuck. You're not a tree. So that was the name of the live today. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I know there was a lot of comments. I just wanted to share. I'm trying to do a better job of being transparent, which is why I've started showing my workouts. I've been working out for over a year with Tehran, but recently started showing it every time to be more transparent that yes, it's hard. Yes, I don't like how I look when I'm exercising with him, but it might be motivating somebody else to try. I come on these lives and you do the best you can because you don't know what somebody's going to ask you or what's going to happen. But hopefully I'm encouraging somebody else to say, why not me? I could have stayed in social service, but I went to human resources. I could have stayed working in human resources, but I wanted to own my own business. We are not stuck. We're not, because we're not trees. And the more people can remember that we're not trees, we're not stuck in any situation we don't want to be in. And the last thing I want to say is life's too short to be miserable, to be unhappy, to not go for something. And I'd rather be afraid and try than regret that I didn't even try. So there was a lot of comments on here today. I was trying to read some of them as I was going through. Terry, much love. Thank you. Love you. Thank you, Stacy, friend. Thank you for sharing today. Powerful. Thank you, Kisa. I thought you were not friends with them. I'm not their friend. They showed up anyway. I'm almost at your house making a U-turn now. Love you. Just kidding. Pick me up at the corner, Angela. I was on my way to her house. Excellent. She would let us in. Well, if y'all announced it ahead of time. OMG, this is amazing. You are amazing. Thank you. No, Rosie. Turn back. She won't let you in. My t-shirt says, I love you, Belinda. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, Belinda. What does your t-shirt say? Angela and Rosie. Yes. You're on fire. Tessa and Rosie. Yes. Belinda, gratitude, everything. Love you that you made the decision, Belinda. OMG, the best movie. Yes, you are the best. I am grateful for my friends. It's great. He knew and believed in his own potential. This girl's on fire. Fire. No way, Jose. We're going for it. Okay, our friend needs an intervention, Angela. Give her a hug. I love that. Belinda, I'm coming for you in a hug. Why not us? More room at the top. Only 1% at the top. Let's do this. If not you, then who? All I know is he is handsome. Someone asked why. We asked why not. Let's go, ladies. We know we can do it. Let's go, ladies. Our friends are telling us to get going. The good times and the right time is everything. This is such a good live, Belinda. OMG, love you. Love you so much. I'm enjoying this so much. A valuable lesson, my friend. Thanks for pushing us in the right direction. I would love to go live with you. Absolutely, Stacy. We'll go live. You got this. Yes. You look amazing. You have the most gorgeous person. I thank you. I wish I could hug you. Absolutely. Yes, we're not trees. I agree, my friend. Thank you. We love you. Hi. I want to come over. Fire. Hugs. Thank you all for coming on my live today. I do appreciate it. Every Wednesday I go live on Instagram and I also go live in our Facebook group to answer any HR questions. So I started just talking because sometimes people don't have HR questions. So I just started talking like this. But if somebody does or ever has a question, they can still put it in the comment box or the question box. So I don't want people to not think that they can't. But I just started talking, started my lives talking more instead of just waiting for questions. So thank you, everybody, for coming on my live today. You know, I told self-doubt and ungratefulness, they don't have no place here. So they should not be showing up to any of your houses. If you haven't already signed up for a newsletter, what are you waiting for? Every Friday it comes out every week. Talks about employment, confidence, all things to better ourselves, productivity. Sign up now. It's free. The link is in my bio. Again, I want to thank you all for coming on my live today. I appreciate it. Love you all. And see you at the next video. Hey, before you leave, I need you to subscribe. We need more rocket stars to land their dream job. Subscribe.